Hey beauty queens, today I wanted to share my favorite lash glue with you guys. This is a hypoallergenic, dermatologist tested, fragrance free lash glue that's awesome and is, even for the most sensitive eyes, just great. This is Lash Binder. This is my tool that I created to be the safest, quickest, and easiest way to apply false lashes. And these are a pair of new lashes that I'm actually working on right now. But I wanted to put them on and show you how to apply. So the first thing you want to make sure you're not doing is putting it flat on a table. Downwards like this, because what can happen is little pieces of hair like this can get stuck. Look, there's like little tiny, I don't know if you can even see that, but it's better if you leave it like this on a table so that this end is not going to pick up anything. The second thing you want to do is use your thumb to roll the lash away from the band. This helps to get the lash so you can place it on the top and have some wiggle room to grab a hold of the lash. Once it's inside, don't take it out and readjust. Just open it slightly, push it in to fit the curvature of the band. You see that? But not too close. If it's too close, just pull it out a little bit. And measure your eye. So looking down into a mirror, you want to measure to see if it's going to be the right size for you. This, for me, is pretty good. And so I have decided I'm not going to cut it this time. But if I was going to, I would use little tiny scissors. We have them on our website. If I don't have them right here, then I'm not going to be using them. I didn't plan on it. So, but little scissors are good to have on hand. I don't know where they are right now. So with the glue, what you'll do is take it up straight out of the container, and while holding it downwards, apply the glue like upside down. So this, you were able to just pick it up, apply, put it back down. That's how you're supposed to be using the binder. If you do this and this, it's like a big mess. So it's better if you have the glue upright, just like this, and then you brush enough, especially on the ends, that it's going to adhere to your skin really well. And why I say skin is because you shouldn't be gluing it on top of your lashes. That can help, that can rip them out, right? So you want to be cautious of that and make sure that you are keeping your little container with the case on so that you can reuse this later. Put it wherever you're going to take your makeup off, because otherwise they'll end up on the counter. They'll end up wherever, in the shower. If you don't put this where you take your makeup off, you will lose the lashes. And you can wear these 10 times. If I don't stick them right back here, I never use them. And I can prove it. Look, I have little lashes all over in my desk, like tons of them. And that's what happens when I don't plan ahead with my lashes. So that's been at least 30 seconds. So all you have to do is bring the binder on top of the natural lash line and then wiggle it in, maybe go back and forth. And I like to close my eye and look to make sure it's adhered. I don't have a mirror that's close enough so I can see. I like to look down into a mirror. For me, that's just easier. The glue is super moist today. You know, it's funny that there's, it's been raining the last 3 days and like the glue is like almost, like it won't dry. I think it's just so humid. Dang California weather. Okay, so if it still keeps lifting, and once you do that and you get a little glue on here, you want to clean it off right away. Otherwise, glue will stick to the lash and it'll pull it off. So just be mindful. Once you get it in the where you want it, you can take the entire lash and adhere it like this. I know that looks painful, but you don't feel anything. It's painless, but I want them to adhere and blend together with my lashes. So that's what we're gonna do, right? We want them to look at the difference. These are amazingly big. You don't really need makeup when you wear these. You can just wear them by themselves and be a slayin'. Yep, this is perfect. They blend really well. They look really good. You can dress them up, dress them down. Okay, next, I'm gonna take the other one. Again, you can do it like this once you're a little bit more skilled. You can use your fingers if they're clean, but you wanna just grab it, get it in the binder for starters, and then push it in. You don't need a lot. I mean, think about it. It's a little tiny lash. You don't need a whole hand to like move it around. Just a little finger, little pressure, opening it a little bit. Again, you want to, I look down. I don't know how people look straight because it's so hard to see what's going on, especially far away. So I like to go right in here. I already know my eye shape, so this is good for me. Again, with the glue flat on the table, using the binder upside down so that the glue, you see how the glue is rushing to the bottom? You don't want that happening up here. If that happens up here, it's going to glue the actual tube together to the little handle. We don't want that. So what you can do is just make sure you're careful when you're putting the cap on, because you don't want the cap getting stuck to the little threads there. You want it to be smooth every time you close it and open it. Otherwise, it's really frustrating and it takes away from your experience of putting on your lashes so easily, right? Now you have a new problem. Now your glue is messed up. And that's the trick with these kinds of applicators. If you're using it straight out of a tube, you don't have to worry about it as much, and it's a little bit more tacky, especially if you're using Duo. It's more latexy, and this is not. This is way cleaner. So just think about that when you are applying. All right, I didn't wait as long because they're my lashes. I can blow on them, but make sure that you don't have a bunch of spit in your mouth, or if the spit mixes with the glue, obviously it's not going to work as well. But if they're your own and you want to speed up the process, you can do that. And you can move it. Like, what if I didn't like where I was placing it? It's okay. Just take it and go back when you're ready. And then open the binder enough so that you're not grabbing onto it when you're taking it off. So often they open it for a second and then they go right back on the lash and then pull it off and wonder what happened. So be mindful and open the binder all the way when you're removing it. It should look like this when you're removing it away from your eye. Okay, and when you're using this on someone else, it's so much easier to see on top of their lash line to see what's going on. This maneuver is harder to do on other people. You're just not as comfortable. But if you have great lighting, a good mirror, you're on top of them in a chair. So they're lower than you, so you can see their entire eye line, where their lash line starts and ends. You're able, when you have a bird's eye view of your work, it's way better. Think about a lash artist. If she's your height and sitting lower than you, she's not able to see the top of your lashes, right? She needs to be on top of you, kind of seeing everything, every single lash, every little hair. Otherwise, if an end sticks up, guess what? That's more time that you're going to have to spend going back and fixing the lashes, and it's not a great experience because now they're getting poked. They are, it's actually not saving them any time at all when they have to fix it. And, if you're sitting at home doing this, it's the same sort of thing. So you want to just be really mindful and make sure that you take a second to make sure that the lashes are completely adhered and nothing is sticking up, because the worst thing that can happen is you get in the car, you're on your way to your event or your job, and then you realize that an end is sticking up, and it's going to bother the crap out of you all day long. So it's better to take care of it now than to wait and find out later But that's it for today. I hope you learned something new. I hope you enjoyed learning about eye glue and lash binder. Talk soon.